Hi, gun people. Well, it's a shooting in Killeen, and I'm a little, man, I still think cops are shooting too fast and too easy. In this case, of course, it's going to be justified, but normally I will pick a side and say I think it's absolutely not justified or it is justified. On this one, been a little on the fence. Let's take a look. Reference psychiatric call. We know it's going to be an EDP, emotionally disturbed person. I don't know why they've got one unit going here. They obviously have more units on the road because he calls for cover. So why they don't have 2 units on these calls, I don't know.
First one's Texas Charles Nora Robert 9531.
Okay, cop running both plates. I think that's a good move. It confirms that both plates are going to come back to the address. If the officer gets shot, something goes down, he can't, give out a location or something. They have the 2 vehicles there. If the cops show up and one of those vehicles is gone, now they got a suspect description or a vehicle that left. So running all plates at a house when you go to call is usually pretty good officer safety, and it makes a good log for later investigation in case it turns into a murder, homicide, whatever. We know everybody that was there, because a lot of times when that shit goes down, people get in cars and leave, and then you lose that witness.
Charles Nora Robert 9531. John 0031. Killeen police.
Knocks on the door and announces police. Good thing. These people called the police. They're expecting the police. You want them to know you're the police. Cops doing fine so far. I got no problems.
Is the door open?
I don't know how he's talking to. I can't tell if the Ring doorbell told him to come in or if somebody inside. But somebody said open, and then he opens the door. Is this an unlawful entry? No, I don't think so. He asked if the door was open. He announced himself. Nobody said, get out, don't come in. I think he's okay here. I mean, maybe the defense attorney, when they're filing a civil suit, will say the officer had no legal reason to enter the house without permission. He didn't have permission, and he unlawfully entered. Therefore, anything that happened afterwards was the officer's fault as a result of the unlawful entry. I mean, they can argue that, but I don't see it.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hey. Okay.
Hey,
How are you?
You guys could
Come on
please
in.
refrain from using like
Come on in. What I say?
Okay.
Okay, so he engages with the public. Again, what's key here is nobody said, get out, we don't call you, we don't want you here, blah, blah, blah. So to me, it reaffirms that his presence there is authorized. He's not trespassing, he's not forcing, he's not being a jackboot. Everything's cool. No problem so far.
Hold on, man. Let me.
No. Come on in.
Okay.
Come on in.
No.
No.
I'm gonna walk back out. I don't work like this.
Okay, the cop said I don't work like this. What I think he's referring to is I'm not going to get suckered into an unknown area on a call where I'm outnumbered. I'm not going to walk past uncleared rooms to where I don't know if there's friendlies or unfriendlies. You people called me. Now you want me to go in a house, in a room that I've never been in. You could have a gun behind the door. You could be in the kitchen. I don't like dealing with people in the kitchen. There's too damn many weapons, spoon, forks, knives. So I think the officer did the right thing. You know what? I'm disengaging and I'm creating distance. I'm okay so far.
Give me the channel.
Gets on the radio and says, give me the channel. That means everybody shut up. That means in California, they call it code 33 or clear the air. That means, look, I'm in the middle of something. I need priority traffic. Some people will just say priority traffic or hold radio for priority traffic. And then unless it's priority, nobody talks. So that's what he said when he says, give me the channel. Hear the guy screaming and yelling on the inside. Again, if the officer can hear it, if the body cam can hear it, then that goes into the conclusion on what the officer does and relates to his state of fear when he ends up shooting this guy. So he stays by the door. I'm not sure that was the best move. He probably didn't want to give up too much ground. Maybe he wanted to watch the door. To me, I mean, this is kind of Monday morning quarterbacking. He could have went back to his car. He could have walked and stood behind his car, so he's out of sight. He could have just became an observer. He could have created more distance, and instead he stayed by the door. Is that wrong? I'm not saying it's wrong. The guy's been on the force 5 years. So far, he's doing some pretty good things. I would have just went back to my freaking car, get a barrier in between you. I'm waiting for backup anyway. They're going to come to my car. I'll go stand by my car so I can brief the guys when they show up. Others will say he's gathering intel by staying in there. He can tell if somebody needs help, if somebody screams, if this guy starts hurting somebody. You know what? He ain't running in that house when he's outnumbered, even if they scream for help anyway. Again, I think a better move would have been by the car, but I'm not saying what he did was necessarily wrong. Distance and cover is always your friend. Distance and concealment. That beep is just his body cam's working. I guess they put beepers on now so you know they're recording. So cops don't step on their pee-pee when they forget that it's on. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon, getting dark. That's another thing that comes into play. See, he's moving into the house again, and he's kind of hovering by this door, which if somebody comes out, he's going to be caught at his surprise, and he's got no room to maneuver. So that's why I just, in my opinion, I don't think he ought to be hanging that close to the door. He could have been behind a tree, around a corner house, or back of his car. I think that would have been a better move. Hear the sirens in the background. Cops are coming.
All right, I had to come outside. There's about 6 of them in there. He came rushing at the door.
Okay, so he must have an earpiece in because I didn't hear him ask anything, and his response sounded more like a response to a question. What's your status, maybe? And he said, I just had to come outside. There was a bunch of people, and he started charging him. Now, he said charging. Somebody's going to say, that guy didn't charge him. Well, it's just a term. I don't think he's trying to set this guy up and say he charged me. The guy wanted me to come in, and he walked toward me. I wanted to get the hell out of there. So I created distance. I don't think the term charging, I know the cop haters that just want to find fault will say that he lied when he said the guy charged him.
He closed the door on me, so I'm just waiting for more units.
Okay, so he gets on and finally gives an update. I think he should have done that earlier. As soon as I would have heard sirens and knew that officers were coming code 3, I would have said, officers, you can downgrade. I'm outside. It's stable. There's still multiple people inside. I still need cover before I recontact. I'm still outside waiting for officers. That would have been better for the responding officers because right now the officers, all they hear is give me the air and then they don't hear from him. So they're like, holy shit, did he just get knocked out? Is he in a fight? Did he get shot? So everybody's coming with this high priority, putting the public at risk and putting the officers at risk. So I think he could have been a little bit more, given more better or more accurate or more current information so officers could adjust their response.
Take it by faith.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Want to change the point.
Okay, so he gets over the radio, one at taser point. Let me see your hands. Look, the guy's mentally ill. We know this. Mentally ill people normally don't follow directions. We know this too. He went to less lethal. He didn't go to his gun. Good for him. He asked to see the hands. The guy's kind of complying, but he's showing his hands in an aggressive manner like he's crazy. Guy hasn't been searched. He was in a house for a while. The people called him. We're in low light. There's snow on the ground. It's slippery. I'm still waiting for backup and I'm by myself. All those things will come into play on was his force reasonable. Guy's bigger than him. Guy's a pretty big dude.
Let me see your hands. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground.
Okay. He's getting the guy on the ground here because he doesn't know anything else. That's what cops do when they get in a jam. When they don't have anything else, they just say, get on the ground. Instead of targeting, I say, dude, don't approach me. I don't want to tase you. Stay there. I'm going to back away. Let's keep some distance. He just starts yelling orders, what cops do. Even though they know they don't work, they normally escalate. But a lot of rookie cops do that. This guy's been around for 5 years. But you know what? When all you got's a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. You're going to get tased. You're going to get tased.
Gives quite a few warnings and backs away. I'm okay. People coming out of the house standing behind him. If a cop's out there, I ain't standing behind nobody, especially, I don't care if he's got a taser or a gun out. I know how cops are, and I don't want to be behind any way down range when cops are there. So these people coming out ain't too smart either.
One taste, one taste.
Okay, so anybody that heard his dispatch, they could tell the excitement in his voice. So they're going to be upping it up. If they were slowing down, they would have just picked it up. One tase, one tase. So a few minutes ago, he's like, I came outside, they were inside, everything was calm, and the radio was quiet. Now all of a sudden, radio breaks, and he goes, one tase, one tase. And they're like, oh, shit. So now they're going to up it up and start driving like maniacs again?
Lay down on your back. Lay down on the back.
So you still got people, he's still yelling, still being aggressive. Hasn't really hit him yet. He's a big dude. I mean, again, cops just don't like to fight anymore. I mean, go to the ground and fight this dude. Your gun's in a holster. It's locked in a holster. He ain't going to get it out. I mean, yeah, he could have hit you in the head and knocked you out on the first punch. Well, all right. Well, I mean, look, you can always do that and say, that's why I had to shoot him. But
Lay back. I'm going to shoot you.
okay, so he tried evidently to tase again, and the guy got the darts off him. So the second taser didn't drop him again. Guy's still approaching, still coming aggressive. No mention anywhere of weapons. No weapon is seen. And this guy hasn't even threatened him. He's just being crazy, going, because he's crazy. I mean, the crazy guy's behavior is predictable. The cop's behavior, man, they just go to a gun and shoot so damn easy. And they know they never get charged, so new cops are being programmed. Shit, it's okay to shoot. Nothing ever happens.
I'm going to shoot you.
Okay, so you don't really hear it. Fires 3 times. Guy goes down.
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. Stop. Get on the ground.
Guy's still up, still kind of growling. The cop, I think, is his fear. He is definitely fear. He's not faking this. He keeps backtracking. He has moved all the way from the front door to this tree from behind his car, and he's still backtracking. He's got tunnel vision. He's walking backwards. He's losing light. He's got no cover. He just shot a guy, and the guy's still getting up, growling at him after he's tased him. Is this shooting going to be justified? Absolutely. But should it be for an unarmed guy that's just growling? I don't know. That's why I'm kind of on the fence on this one. If cops weren't out of control and shooting everybody for anything, I'd probably be on the cop's side on this. But I don't like going to the cop's side anymore because they just freaking shoot everybody for anything.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Right here by my car.
Okay, so he's seeing these guys slow down, and because he's moved back and these people are here, the cops are going to stop way back here because they're not going to run by the house because they don't know. And they might start a perimeter, which is why he gets on here and goes, I need you over here by my car, and he redirects the units. The guy is thinking, and he's doing a lot of things right. And you hear that death rattle. It sounds like a death rattle. The guy ends up dying. I don't know if he dies on scene.
Right here by my car.
Maybe that's not a death rattle. Maybe he's still growling. I think the first unit stopped. He still ain't driving up. I think he parked and got out. This might be the cop right here coming up on him.
Turn around. Lay down on the ground. Let me help you. Lay down on the ground. Lay down on the ground now. Lay down on the ground. I will help you if you let me lay down on the ground.
He said, I'll help you if you let me lay down on the ground. He's talking fast. He's confused. Somebody's going to say he doesn't know what he's saying. I mean, look, he just shot some dude. And that's why I said I think this guy's fear is real. Is it reasonable, and is the shooting reasonable? That's where I'm a little iffy.
Lay down on the ground. Lay down on the ground. Sir, please lay down on the ground. Seal.
Wait, watch him.
This cop gets here, has a gun on him, sees that he's bleeding. They're still yelling to him, get on the ground. This guy, my meat-eater brother here, said, fuck this gun. I'm going to go hands-on. Let me get on this dude. Good for you, dude. I don't know who this officer is.
Please lay down on the ground, sir. Please lay down on the ground.
Puts his gun away and goes hands-on. This is what more cops ought to be doing. This stand around, letting the guy bleed out, hollering orders he can't move, shooting him again if he does move, just yelling and getting 14 cops and all this shit. I'm pretty much okay with most everything the cops did, except did he absolutely need to shoot this guy?
Ground.
Wait, you stay. No, you stay down.
Please, we're gonna help you.
I need you to lay down.
We're gonna help you there.
Do you think the family will get any blame for calling 911 and getting government to come fix your problem? Do you think when government shows up, suddenly it's going to be like, oh, it'll be magical. Cops will show up and fix everything and it'll be great. Because that's what government does, right?
Put him in cuffs. Put him in cuffs. Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Where'd you shoot him at, Ray?
I don't know. He just same charges, so I shot.
Okay.
So the cop doesn't even know he fired 3 rounds, which is kind of common. You ask cops, sometimes they don't know. Some do. Some will know. I shot this many rounds. Some don't. You know, one of the 2 shootings I was in, it was shooting a couple dogs, but we had a felony warrant and stuff. I knew exactly how many rounds. Not because I was counting. I just knew. I put 2 rounds in one dog and 3 in the other as I was spinning. And all the other people, some of the other cops there were saying, man, you were spraying and praying. You were throwing rounds anywhere. I go, I fired 2 shots on one dog and 3 on the other. I wasn't spraying and praying. But anyway, when you're in these situations, some cops will remember their rounds. Some don't. It's not a big deal. It's not a big conspiracy.
I need you to roll over this way. I need to find where you're shot at.
Yeah. Had no choice, man. Damn it.
You're good.
So the cop said you're good. Somebody's going to try and take that out of context. What do you mean you're good? You're glad he shot? Look, it's just reassurance to an officer. He's kind of freaking out. You want to calm down? Dude, if you're good, chill out. We'll deal with it. You're okay. It's another way to kind of shut the officer up, because sometimes this officer, I think he starts praying because he just wants to talk. I don't think he wanted to shoot him. And I think he's sorry, but shit, the guy dies.
Where are you shot at? You see? I see prong.
Where are you shot at? How many people who's been shot bleeding out will be able to answer that? That was kind of a stupid question, but the cop, hey, he's got to ask it. He's trying to figure it out. Things are going fast. Again, we can always make it to where, you know, it's absolutely the cop did this wrong and they're horrible and this and that. Or, look, this cop got called. He went there. He tried to escalate. He tried to use a taser. He walked him back away several times. Did he need to shoot 3 times with an unarmed guy because he's growling at him? You know, somebody's going to say, he was bigger. He was alone. It was low light. He could have slipped. He was backtracking. It's a good shoot. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to argue that you can't justify it. I'm just arguing I think government shoots too damn easy, and cops have learned and become conditioned. Hey, when in doubt, just shoot somebody. If they die, it doesn't matter. We're going to be okay. I don't like that attitude when government thinks that way.
Do we have a firearm somewhere?
No, he just charged me after I tased him. He pulled the taser prongs and still came running at me. I was by myself. God damn it, man. I told him to lay on the ground.
Go to your car.
Man, I got to admit, this ambulance gets here quick. Man, a fire truck was Johnny on the spot. I'm assuming that dispatch dispatched them as soon as they said shots fired, and they got him en route. And you know, they didn't have to call for an. I was kind of, when I was watching this, like, why isn't anybody called for an ambulance? But again, I think they're using earpieces, so I'm not hearing the radio traffic. Maybe somebody did call, or maybe dispatch just said, hey, if shots are fired, somebody's going to need medical. We call that a clue.
Where you hurt it? Where you hurt it, man?
Hey, y'all stay back.
Okay, that's pretty much it. The video goes on. If you want to go to Video Leak Police, this is the name of it. I think he ends up talking on the back half if you want to go watch, and he does. I don't know. I just kind of watched this, kind of went through it. All right, so we'll end that there. Good shooting, bad shooting. Guy's dead because he's crazy because his family called on him, and because he rushed a cop, and after the cop tased him, he pulled the prongs out, and he rushed a cop with a gun pointed at him when the cop told him, I'll shoot you if you keep coming, and he kept coming. Who's at fault here? It's the damn snow. That white snow. All right, we'll end that there.